All right, folks, Senate Republicans need to put their big boy pants on, and that's the subject of the riff. So here's hoping the GOP Senate put their big boy pants on and confirm President-elect Trump's cabinet choices. Don't listen to the D.C. swamp. Don't listen to the liberal media. Please listen to the guy who won a landslide election, where voters have given him a major mandate for change, policy change, as well as personnel change. Indeed, personnel becomes policy. I personally don't think Matt Gaetz got a fair hearing or was truly allowed to make his case, but it was he who chose to withdraw so as not to distract from the transition. Point is, in America, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Now, the left-wing swamp seems to be going after Pete Hegseth over some allegations concerning an episode that occurred 7 years ago. But let's be very clear. The Monterey, California police investigated and no charges were filed, and that should put an end to it. Hopefully, the Senate GOP will see that the brilliant Mr. Hegseth, who is a decorated military veteran, as well as a super smart guy, was appointed by President Trump in order to shake up the Pentagon, which is a place where they haven't passed an audit in 7 years, where lately it seems like woke and DEI sometimes were more important than good battlefield judgment in Afghanistan. And because of his experience, Hegseth knows the military very well. He himself was a warrior, so should be confirmed routinely. Then there's whispers the next swamp target's going to be Tulsi Gabbard, Trump's pick for DNI. Well, while you may not agree with everything she said down through the years, but she was a U.S. Army Reserve colonel, and as a House member, she sat on the Armed Services, Foreign Affairs, and Homeland Security committees. So she knows a lot about defense and intelligence. She was also, until very recently, a Democrat, which is part of Mr. Trump's new broad-based coalition, just what the doctor ordered to win elections. Then there's whispers going on about Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who was appointed to run HHS. Again, you may not agree with everything Mr. Kennedy has said down through the years, but he, too, was a lifelong Democrat until very recently. Then he came over to join the Trump coalition. Very important stuff. Are you telling me, by the way, that the NIH, the FDA, the CDC, and the entire HHS agency doesn't need some deregulation and a general shakeup and transformation? Really? But that's exactly what Mr. Trump wants his appointees to do. Shake the tree branches as hard as possible. Guaranteed that a lot of flotsam and jetsam and waste, fraud, abuse, excess overhead, excess costs, all will fall from those tree branches. And people like Hegseth and Gabbard and Kennedy, along with Linda McMahon, who's been tasked with terminating the Education Department, and all the other cabinet heads, they're going to be working closely with Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy in order to chop down that very swampy D.C. bureaucracy that's trying hard to sabotage not only the Trump appointees, but the Trump policies, and probably Mr. Trump himself. Pam Bondi, running the Justice Department, tough, super competent, over 20 years as a prosecutor and a Florida state attorney general, knows a lot about immigration enforcement, just what Mr. Trump wants. Expect John Ratcliffe to shake up the CIA from top to bottom, a long overdue effort. Howard Lutnick over at Commerce going to defend America against unfair trading practices that have hurt our blue-collar workers in American industry. Elise Stefanik will clear out the anti-Semitic rot at the UN, or else try anyway. And Mr. Trump needs help from each and every one of the 53 Republican senators to fulfill his promises to the American people. This is no time to go wobbly. The economy, our culture, and our security is at stake. And that is the riff.